If you clicked on this video, it probably means you own
gold, silver,
gold, platinum,
silver,
gold, silver,
gold,
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 silver, gold, silver.
Yeah, I know. It's everywhere. But don't worry. In this video, I might shock you just a little bit. Because if you're trying to protect yourself from money collapsing with precious metals, Bitcoin needs to be a part of your starter lineup. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go. First of all, you're not crazy for buying a shiny rock.
You ordering a new rock?
I'm bidding on a new mineral.
The money's collapsing in real time. And proof is all over the place. People want to protect themselves, right? People are out of stocking Costco for their gold bars. The platinum price chart looks like a crypto coin. Silver is literally becoming our own version of the Dune Spice right now. But this is no surprise if you actually look at the state of our monetary system. And investors are feeling it so much that a whole new type of trade has emerged. The debasement trade. Well, what is it? When your currency loses value through money printing, investors rotate out of paper money into hard assets. Not physically hard, but hard to make, hard to find. You trade fake money for real things. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, real estate. Things that can't be printed by a government with a spending problem. But here's what most people miss. We've been in a debasement trade for over 5 decades. Come, look at this. Campbell's soup. It's been around for over 100 years. Same can, same recipe. Right here in the 1970s, everything changes. This is because in August 15, 1971, President Richard Nixon removed the US dollar from the gold standard, leaving the US dollar as a pure paper currency, now backed by nothing, like toilet paper. Since then, the money supply exploded. From 1980 to 2020, interest rates kept dropping. Therefore, buying assets with leverage became the winning strategy. Household net worth relative to GDP kept climbing for 40 years straight. But here's what changed. That 40-year cycle of ever lower rates, it's over. Rates went to zero, but debasement itself, it's not stopping. That tailwind for asset prices, gone. But there's more to the story than just this debasement thing. China is feeling this. They're buying gold aggressively to hedge themselves. They're not buying gold for fun. Their goal is to making it core to their monetary system. The Chinese yuan is actually pegged to the US dollar, and they're sick of depending on that. So now they're accumulating gold. China has been accumulating gold at record pace, dumping US treasuries for hard assets, building trade systems in renminbi to bypass the dollar. Ken, the founder of Citadel, said it perfectly.
We're seeing substantial asset inflation away from the dollar as people are looking for ways to effectively de-dollarize or de-risk their portfolios.
Translation, nobody trusts the dollar. The uncomfortable part is, as much as these precious metals hedge you against debasement and currency problems, there are things these cannot fix. The problem with precious metals is that most of the time, they're not really metal. What you're really buying is this, a receipt. Let me explain. Imagine the dollar continues its downfall. People are doing everything they can to escape it. And the consequences? This gold bar goes up in price. So a few years go by and the dollar is dead. People don't trust it anymore. They're done with it. But then what? What happens? Well, we ditch the dollar for good and we find a currency that is more trustworthy. We keep our gold bars as savings and we transact with the new currency, like the new Chinese one, I guess. But then we have the same problem. We have this new money and we're hoping it does not collapse. The problem is we're stuck in this loop over and over and over again. Let's say they tell us this new currency is backed by gold. It sounds like a good idea, but in reality, there's a bunch of red flags. Gold, for example, even if you buy physical gold, even that requires trust.
1,000 grams, fine gold. Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to?
That's name's Peter Schiff, the biggest gold bug in the planet, and he's getting fooled by fake gold bar given to him by the ex-CEO of Binance. I'm not making fun of Peter. Well, maybe I am, just a bit, but we're homies. The point is, even with the physical gold in your hand, you still need to trust that it exists in the first place. The US government won't tell us how much gold is in Fort Knox. Do you really think the same Chinese government that backs North Korea is gonna be any better? Gold is only just as good as the trust system around it. And silver, it has its own problems too. Silver is not only a monetary metal, it is also an industrial input, and a critical one. So the price gets pulled in two directions. Direction one, people want them as money, to escape currency collapse. Direction two, tech companies need them to build stuff. Right now, 29% of silver demand comes from solar panels. Solar panels, solar panels, solar panels, solar panels. Electrical vehicles use 50% more silver than regular cars. AI data centers are driving silver demand through the roof. Therefore, when those industries slow down, silver supply drops regardless of how much monetary demand is screaming for it. Hence why silver has actually been almost twice as volatile as Bitcoin. Good money should only have one job: to store value and transfer value. But when a monetary asset also has an industrial demand, you get conflict. Is silver valuable because it's money, or because electronics and solar panels need it? Solar panels! So precious metals protect your value, yes, but they don't give you money that you can actually use when trust breaks. So if precious metals protect you from debasement, why even bring Bitcoin into this? Well, debasement is only half the problem. Bitcoin solves what gold can't. For the first time in history, you have a form of money that is scarce like gold. It is divisible down to the fractions. It is instantly verifiable, and you can use it without permission. And it isn't theoretical for me. I've immigrated twice in my life. First from Peru to the US, then from the US to Mexico. New country, new currency, new rules, new system. And here's what that teaches you really fast. You realize how powerless you are when you're stuck in somebody else's monetary system. When you cross a border, your savings are suddenly in the wrong currency. Your bank account doesn't work here. Your credit history means nothing. Your gold bars? Good luck not getting them seized in customs. We're all Pablo Escobar to them. What do you think this is? You're starting from zero again. And maybe that's why I'm not so attached to any one currency. So when I first heard about Bitcoin, something clicked immediately. It's universal. It doesn't care what passport you hold. It doesn't care if your bank thinks you're creditworthy or not. You cross a border and the Bitcoin crosses with you. You can literally memorize 12 words and the Bitcoin goes wherever you go. Or you could just tattoo them to your thigh if you're a little freaky. Hey, eyes up here, my friend. That is what gold and silver can't do in 2026. With Bitcoin, you cross borders. Your wealth crosses with you. There's over 80,000 businesses and counting that accept Bitcoin in over 160 countries, Mexico included. And look, I'm not the only one noticing this. Governments now hold 2.3% of all Bitcoin. The Czech National Bank is studying now a multi-billion-dollar allocation. Banks are adopting it. Larry Fink calls it the digital gold. Look, I don't need you to abandon metals. I would be a hypocrite if I tell you not to buy your wife a nice ring or two.
Hey babe, would you marry me?
Babe, not now. But ignoring Bitcoin entirely, that's the blind spot. Because whether you believe in it or not, it's already working. And that gap between what's happening on the ground and what you believe, that could cost you. Mining gold requires infrastructure, expertise, physical labor. But mining Bitcoin, same principle, but completely different method. And that's why I want to talk to you about abundant mines. Bitcoin mining takes up a lot of energy and expertise. You could mine at home, and you can also mine for gold in your backyard. That's probably not the best way to do it. With abundant mines, you can get into Bitcoin mining the same way that professionals do it. They set you up with the most efficient mining machines at a facility with extra low electricity cost. All of this for a flat hosting fee. And if your machine goes down, they compensate with their own fleet. Most of their clients have never owned Bitcoin. Okay, between us, Bitcoin mining offers a way to get Bitcoin as a tax write-off without KYC, and sometimes you can even get it cheaper than on exchanges. Check them out. And if you use this link or the one in the description, you can get 1 free month of hosting. Look, I'm not here to convince you to go all in on Bitcoin tomorrow. You don't need to agree with me. If you own precious metals, you're already thinking correctly. You see the collapse, you're protecting yourself. But let me ask you something. If the dollar collapses and your ounce of gold is worth 50K, how do you spend it? How do you cross borders with it? Why are you still measuring it in dollars? Bitcoin gives us the hardness of gold with a monetary system that works fresh out the gate. So just give it a look.